You got to give Jose Aldo a rematch, in my opinion, for two reasons. One, I think that at the end of the day, he was the champion for 10 years, and if anybody's earned a shot. Two, I think Conor McGregor has a secret, which is he's watching these guys strike and knows something they don't know. He's somehow, I don't know if he's
that
sending...
That too doesn't matter.
Hold on.
Because that's just saying who you think is going to win.
What I'm saying is this. When you knock a champion who's been that dominant and that good for 10 years out in 14 seconds,
13.
there is a question, which is, was that in some ways a fluke? Did he make one mistake and pay for it, which can happen in MMA with those small gloves? Does he get another shot to at least give us a longer fight?
Conor goes, he's going to come out extremely aggressive. Yes. I'm going to counter.
I know that, and I
called it.
Did you see the video of him warming up in the dressing room, and then in contrast, like a split screen with him warming up right next to the actual fight itself? He was preparing exactly for that maneuver. And he's mimicking Aldo's face first movement, and he does this little slight step to his right hand side. He makes an adjustment. He throws the first left hand. The first hand doesn't land. So if you watch him moving, he throws that side kick to the leg. Then he makes a very slight step to the right. Aldo moves to the right hand, counters him with the left, boom.
He knows something. That's what I'm saying. Is I think that he would fight him again and knock him out again.
But that's irrelevant.
But I think the champion gets a rematch. I mean, I think he deserves it. I really do. Jose Aldo.
Maybe, but here's the thing. It ties up the title for a long time, and you have all these contenders.
Yeah.
You have an amazing list of contenders. How about this? How about you have Jose Aldo fight Max Holloway, and you have a fucking great fight between one of the top contenders and Max Holloway, this young, exciting kid, 24 years old, beating everybody, just figured out Jeremy Stevens. He's elusive. He's slick. He puts on a fucking show. He's a motherfucker. He has crazy cardio. He's driven and fired up. And you can't quite have him fight for the title yet because Frankie's ahead of him. And it's, you know, the division is super exciting. Frankie fucking cleared the way, man. Frankie was pissed he didn't get the shot when Chad got it.
Yes.
After he beat Uriah, they thought that Frankie, his safety-first style against Uriah was boring. He wanted decision. He didn't try to finish him. Chad went out and blew Ricardo Lamas out of the water. Chad gets the shot. And Frankie's like, what the fuck? Look what I did to Cub Swanson. Look what I did to all these other people. So then what does he do? He goes out there and takes it out on Chad. Murks him.
Yeah.
Puts him away. In my opinion, like as a fan, I'm excited to see that. I think, here's another thing. I really believe this wholeheartedly, and I think this is a very important point. Fighters should wait a long fucking time after they get knocked out like that.
True.
He got cleaned. Yeah. He got flatlined, and then he got hammer-fisted while he was out.
Yes. True.
He got up, and he was asking what happened. He was putting his hands up. He's going, I don't know what he's saying because he was speaking in Portuguese because he was shaking his head, and they were nodding their head. They were saying, yes, it happened. He goes, no, no, no. And they were going, yes, yes, yes.
Here's the other thing, Joe, that a lot of people aren't talking about. I hate to be a stickler, and I took some fucking shit for saying this. You're batshit crazy if you don't think Jose Aldo's body looked different. You're batshit crazy if you think he's going to fight the same. Also, and all these people want to give me all the shit for it, his camp, I think, is 1-7, 0-8 since his drug testing came out. So you're talking about a different fighter, man. A completely different fighter.
Well,
so for me, that's a huge X factor.
There was a leaked audio from inside the truck of me saying that. Someone got when the audio goes out, there's an audio feed when the main event happens. And when that main event audio feed goes out, they anybody could listen to it that is picking up the feed to air it and broadcast. And I said that his body looked just deflated. It looked smooth. Wow. And that I felt like he looked really nervous. I said he looked nervous as fuck. And I said I don't want to jump to conclusions. He might just be doing a lot of cardio, which is possible. Because one of Aldo's big problems, and Dana White has said this in a perfect way of describing it, that Aldo's the very best fighter ever for 2 rounds. And then he would always gas, and then he would always sort of coast. Like Ricardo Lamas, he beat the shit out of Lamas in the first round. The end of the 5th round, Ricardo Lamas was on top, grounding, pounding.
Hominick, too.
Mark Hominick, same goddamn thing. I don't know if Aldo had concentrated more on cardio or if he had gotten off steroids. But I do know, and this is with non-specific, there's a huge problem in MMA with steroids. It is a huge problem. And that problem is being cut away like cancer by this new program by Jeff Nowitzki. I also know that they tried to test Aldo in camp, and Aldo's people had the cops pulled on these people. They wanted to get him kicked out of the country. They were trying to deport them out of the country. Then when they finally did give him a urine sample, he tripped and spilled his piss.
Is this not weird to anyone?
That's insane.
It doesn't take
I've never
anything
tripped
away.
and spilled piss in my entire career.
Ever.
Honestly, I have.
The thing
I
is,
piss in cups all the time.